20 ways to lead your wolf pack. Most men want respect, but not every man wants responsibility. And that's where leadership starts. Not with a title, not with money, not with being the loudest guy in the room. Leadership starts when the people around you feel stronger, calmer, and more focused because you're there. That's what it means to lead your wolf pack. Your wolf pack might be your family, your friends, your team, your kids, your brothers, the people who count on you, even when they don't say it out loud. And if you want to lead them, you can't just talk about being strong. You have to live in a way that proves it. So here are 20 ways to lead your wolf pack. Number 1, stay calm. When everyone else gets loud, anybody can lose control. Anybody can raise their voice. Anybody can slam a door, fire off a text, or say something they regret. That doesn't make you strong. That makes you easy to move. A leader is different. A leader can feel the anger and still choose his words. A leader can be disrespected and still think before he responds. A leader can walk into chaos and not become part of it. Because when everyone else is emotional, the calm man becomes the anchor. Your wolf pack doesn't need you to panic with them. They need you to see clearly when they can't. That doesn't mean you act like nothing bothers you. It means you don't let every emotion grab the steering wheel. A calm man is dangerous in the right way. Because he is not controlled by the moment. He controls himself inside the moment. Number 2, keep your word. A man's word used to mean something. Now a lot of people say things just to sound good. They say, I got you. They say, I'll be there. They say, I'm going to change. Then nothing happens. That is how trust dies. Not all at once, little by little. Every broken promise takes a piece of your credibility. And eventually people stop listening. Not because they hate you, because your words became cheap. If you want to lead your wolf pack, your word has to carry weight. Don't promise what you can't do. Don't say yes just to avoid an uncomfortable conversation. Don't speak big and move small. If you say you'll show up, show up. If you say you'll handle it, handle it. If you say you're done with something, be done with it. A leader doesn't need to talk constantly, because when he does speak, people know he means it. Number 3, handle your own business first. A lot of men want to correct everybody else. They want to tell their friends how to live. They want to tell their family what they should do. They want to point out everyone else's problems. But their own life is a mess. Their room is a mess. Their finances are a mess. Their schedule is a mess. Their health is a mess. Their attitude is a mess. And then they wonder why nobody follows them. You cannot lead people somewhere you are not willing to go yourself. You want your wolf pack disciplined. Be disciplined. You want them honest. Be honest. You want them focused. Be focused. You want them to stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. The strongest leadership is example. People can argue with your words. They have a harder time arguing with your actions. Before you try to lead the pack, lead the man in the mirror. Get up when you said you would. Do the work when nobody sees it. Fix the things you keep avoiding. Because a man who can't command himself has no business trying to command others. Number 4, protect your peace. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every comment needs a response. Not every argument deserves your attention. Some men think being strong means reacting to everything. Somebody disrespects them, they react. Somebody criticizes them, they react. Somebody posts something, they react. Somebody doesn't text back, they react. That's not strength, that's weakness with volume. A leader learns what deserves his energy. Because energy is not unlimited. You only have so much focus in a day. And if you spend it on drama, gossip, arguments, and people who are committed to misunderstanding you, you will have nothing left for the things that matter. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you're soft. It means you're selective. It means you know the difference between a real problem and a distraction. Your wolf pack needs you locked in, not constantly dragged into emotional side quests. Sometimes the strongest move is silence. Sometimes the strongest move is walking away. Sometimes the strongest move is letting people think whatever they want while you keep building. Peace is not weakness. Peace is power under control. Number 5, be the same man in private that you are in public. Character is what you do when nobody is clapping. It's easy to look disciplined online. It's easy to say the right things in front of people. It's easy to act loyal when everyone is watching. But who are you when the door closes? Who are you when you're tired? Who are you when nobody would know? That's the real test. A leader doesn't live two lives. He doesn't act honorable in public and dishonest in private. He doesn't preach loyalty and then betray people behind their backs. He doesn't talk about discipline and then fold every time life gets uncomfortable. Your wolf pack can feel fake energy. Maybe not right away, but eventually people know. They know when you're performing. They know when you're pretending. They know when your image is stronger than your character. If you want to lead, be real, not perfect. Real. Own your flaws. Fix what needs fixing. But don't build your identity on acting like a man you're not willing to become. The goal is simple. Be the kind of man alone that you want people to believe you are in public. Number 6, listen before you speak. A lot of men don't listen. They just wait for their turn to talk. They hear a few words, assume the rest, and start giving advice nobody asked for. That's not leadership. That's ego. A leader listens, not because he's weak, because he wants to understand before he responds. Sometimes your people don't need a speech. Sometimes they don't need a lecture. Sometimes they don't need you to solve the whole thing in 30 seconds. Sometimes they need you to actually hear them. Listening is respect, and respect builds loyalty. When people feel heard by you, they trust you more. When they trust you, they tell you the truth. And when they tell you the truth, you can actually lead. A man who listens learns things loud men miss. He hears the problem under the problem. He notices when someone is struggling. He catches the details. And because he isn't obsessed with proving he's the smartest person in the room, he becomes the person people actually come to. Speak with purpose, but listen first. Number 7, don't lead with fear. Fear can make people obey you, but it won't make them respect you. There's a difference. Some men confuse intimidation with leadership. They think if people are scared of their reaction, that means they're in control. No, that means people are managing your emotions for you. That means they walk on eggshells. That means they hide things. That means they tell you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear. A real leader doesn't need everyone afraid of him. He creates structure, he creates standards, he creates accountability, but he doesn't use fear as his main tool. Respect lasts longer than intimidation. Because respect makes people want to follow you. Fear just makes people wait for a chance to get away. Lead with strength, lead with fairness, lead with consistency. Be firm when you need to be firm. But don't become the kind of man people only listen to because they're afraid of what happens if they don't. That's not a wolf pack, that's a cage. Number 8, take care of your body. Your body is not just about looks, it's about energy, it's about discipline, it's about confidence, it's about being able to handle stress without falling apart. A man who never takes care of himself eventually becomes a burden to the people who depend on him. And that's not always because he's a bad man. Sometimes he just got comfortable neglecting himself. He stopped moving, stopped sleeping right, stopped eating like he cared about his future, stopped training, stopped treating his body like something he actually has to live in. If you want to lead your wolf pack, you need strength, not just muscle, strength. The kind that comes from doing hard things on purpose. Go for the walk, lift the weight, drink the water, get some sleep. Eat like a man who respects himself. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to live in the gym. But you do have to stop treating your health like it doesn't matter. Because it matters. Your family needs you. Your future needs you. Your mission needs you. And you lead better when you're not constantly tired, sick, and angry at yourself. Number 9, admit when you're wrong. This is where a lot of men fail. They can be strong, they can work hard, they can provide, they can protect, but they cannot say, I was wrong. And that one weakness ruins everything. Pride makes men stupid. Pride makes men double down when they should apologize. Pride makes men defend bad decisions just because their ego can't handle correction. A real leader does not need to pretend he is always right. In fact, the ability to admit when you're wrong makes people respect you more because it shows you care more about truth and image. If you messed up, say it. If you overreacted, own it. If you gave bad advice, correct it. If you hurt somebody, don't hide behind excuses. Apologize like a man, not with some fake half apology, not with, I'm sorry you feel that way. Say what you did, say why it was wrong, say how you'll move differently, then actually move differently. That's leadership. not perfection. Accountability. Number 10, keep your circle honest. If nobody around you can tell you the truth, you don't have a wolf pack. You have fans, and fans are dangerous. Fans clap when you're right, but they also clap when you're wrong. They feed your ego. They protect your delusions. They let you walk into bad decisions because they don't want to lose access to you. You need people around you who can say, "You're messing up." You need people who can call you out without secretly wanting you to fail. You need men around you who want the best for you, not just the most comfortable version of you. And you need to be that for them too. Real brotherhood is not just hype. It's correction. It's accountability. It's uncomfortable conversations. It's saying the thing that needs to be said even when it would be easier to stay quiet. If your circle never challenges you, your circle is making you weaker. A real wolf pack sharpens each other. They don't just sit around agreeing while everyone slowly falls apart. Number 11. Don't gossip. Gossip is poison. It feels small, but it tells people everything they need to know about your character. If you talk about everyone behind their back, people know you'll do the same to them. If you enjoy tearing people down when they're not in the room, people know you're not safe. A leader doesn't build trust with a loose mouth. He keeps certain things private. He doesn't repeat everything he hears. He doesn't use someone else's low moment as entertainment. And he doesn't bond with people by disrespecting someone who isn't there to defend himself. That doesn't mean you can't discuss real problems. It means you don't move like a coward. If there's an issue, handle it directly. If there's no issue, stop talking. Gossip makes men look small. Silence makes men look solid. Your wolf pack should know that what they tell you stays with you. That's how trust is built. And once people know you can be trusted with words, they start trusting you with bigger things. Number 12. Make hard choices early. Avoiding a problem doesn't make it disappear. It just gives it time to grow teeth. A lot of men know what they need to do. They know the conversation they need to have. They know the habit they need to stop. They know the relationship is unhealthy. They know the job is going nowhere. They know the friendship is fake. They know the decision is coming. But they delay it. Because hard choices are uncomfortable. Here's the truth. The longer you wait, the heavier it gets. Leadership means facing things while they're still fixable. Make the call, have the conversation, set the boundary, end the situation, start the work. Do what you already know needs to be done. Your wolf pack doesn't need a man who avoids every storm. They need a man who can walk into the storm and make decisions. Not reckless decisions, not emotional decisions, hard decisions, clear decisions, necessary decisions. Because a leader understands that discomfort now can prevent destruction later. Number 13. Teach what you know. A weak man needs everyone beneath him. A strong man wants everyone around him to rise. If you know something useful, teach it. If you learned a lesson the hard way, pass it on. If someone younger is trying to figure life out, give them guidance. Don't act like knowledge makes you superior. Knowledge makes you responsible. A real leader doesn't gatekeep everything. He doesn't make people feel stupid for not knowing what he knows. He doesn't use experience as a weapon. He uses it as a tool. Teach your people how to think. Teach them how to handle pressure. Teach them how to avoid the mistakes you made. Teach them how to carry themselves. Because the goal is not to be the only strong man in the room. The goal is to build more strong people. That's how a wolf pack becomes dangerous. Not because one man is strong, because everyone is getting stronger. Number 14. Don't confuse loneliness with independence. Some men get hurt one time and build their whole personality around being unreachable. They call it independence. But really, it's fear. They say they don't need anybody, but deep down they just don't want to be disappointed again. There's nothing wrong with standing alone. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your own space. There's nothing wrong with protecting your peace. But don't turn isolation into a prison and call it strength. A leader knows how to stand alone, but he also knows how to connect. He knows how to trust the right people. He knows how to ask for help when it matters. He knows that being strong does not mean being emotionally unavailable to everyone forever. Your wolf pack matters. Brotherhood matters. Family matters. Loyal people matter. Don't push away good people just because bad people hurt you. That's not power. That's letting the past control the future. Be independent, but don't become unreachable. Even wolves move in packs for a reason. Number 15. Be dependable. Dependability is underrated. It's not flashy. It doesn't make good captions. Nobody throws a parade because you showed up on time and did what you said you would do. But dependability is one of the clearest signs of a real man. Can people count on you? When things get hard, do you disappear? When someone needs help, do you answer? When you commit to something, do you follow through? A dependable man becomes rare fast because so many people are inconsistent. They're motivated one week and gone the next. They care when it's easy and vanish when it costs them something. Don't be that guy. Be steady. Be the man people don't have to worry about. Be the man who shows up. Not just when it's convenient, not just when there's attention, not just when you feel like it. Show up because that is who you are. A wolf pack trusts the man who is consistent, not the man who only performs when the mood is right. Number 16, control your emotions. You are allowed to feel things: anger, pain, jealousy, fear, stress, disappointment. All of that is human. The problem starts when those emotions make every decision for you. A man who can't control his emotions can be manipulated by anyone who knows which buttons to press. Someone insults him, he reacts. Someone ignores him, he spirals. Someone challenges him, he explodes. Someone leaves, he loses himself. That is not leadership. That is emotional slavery. Control does not mean pretending you don't care. Control means you feel it and still choose the right move. You don't send the text. You don't take the bait. You don't make the threat. You don't burn the bridge just because your pride got scratched. You pause. You breathe. You think. Then you move. The man who controls himself controls the outcome more often than the man who just reacts. Your wolf pack needs emotional strength from you, not emotional chaos. Number 17. Build more than you complain. Complaining is easy. Everybody can point at what's broken. Everybody can explain why something won't work. Everybody can sit around and talk about how unfair life is. But leaders build. If there's a problem, bring a solution. If something is broken, fix what you can. If your situation is bad, start improving one piece of it. A man who only complains trains his mind to be helpless. He starts believing every problem is someone else's responsibility. That mindset kills leadership. Your wolf pack does not need more negativity. They need direction. They need action. They need somebody who says, here's what we're going to do next, even if the step is small. Small action beats big complaining. Clean the room, make the call, apply for the job, fix the schedule, start the business, have the conversation, train the body, save the money, do something. A leader is not the man who has the most opinions. He is the man who creates movement. Number 18. Keep standards, not drama. Some people announce every boundary like it's a press conference. They post about loyalty. They post about disrespect. They post about cutting people off. They post about being done. But then they keep entertaining the same drama. That's not standards, that's performance. Real standards are quieter. You don't need to tell everyone what you're done with. You just stop participating. You don't need to explain your self-respect to people committed to testing it. You just move accordingly. Standards are not about acting better than people. They're about knowing what you will and won't allow in your life. If someone lies constantly, you don't build with them. If someone disrespects you repeatedly, you create distance. If someone only shows up when they need something, you stop overextending yourself. No yelling, no long speeches, no dramatic announcement, just standards. A leader keeps the environment clean, and sometimes that means removing access. Not out of hate, out of self-respect. Number 19. Celebrate the wins of your people. A jealous leader is dangerous because he says he wants the pack to win, but secretly he only wants to be the one winning. That creates weakness. That creates competition where there should be brotherhood. That creates people who hide their success because they don't want to trigger your insecurity. Don't be that man. When your people win, clap for them. When your friend gets in shape, respect it. When your brother makes money, be proud. When someone you care about improves, celebrate it. Their win is not your loss. A strong leader wants strong people around him. He doesn't need to be the only one shining. He understands that a stronger pack means a stronger future. If you feel jealousy, don't deny it. Study it. Ask yourself what it's showing you. Maybe it's pointing at something you need to work on. Maybe it's revealing where you've been lazy. Maybe it's showing you that you want more from yourself. Good, use it. But don't poison someone else's win because you haven't built your own yet. A real leader celebrates growth, even when it isn't his. Number 20. Lead yourself first. This is the one that ties it all together. Before you lead a family, lead yourself. Before you lead friends, lead yourself. Before you lead a team, lead yourself. Before you talk about being the alpha, the boss, the man, the leader, the provider, the protector, lead yourself. Control your habits, control your mouth, control your temper, control your time, control what you consume, control what you tolerate, control the version of yourself you keep feeding every day, because your life is always teaching people how seriously to take you. You don't become a leader because you call yourself one. You become a leader because your actions make people believe you, and that starts when nobody is watching. It starts when the alarm goes off. It starts when you don't feel like training. It starts when you choose not to respond. It starts when you keep your word. It starts when you stop blaming everyone else and start handling what is yours. That is how you lead your wolf pack. Not with noise, not with ego, not with fear, with discipline, with consistency, with loyalty, with calm strength, and with the kind of character that doesn't need to be explained, because people can feel it. So look at your life, look at your circle, look at the people depending on you. Then ask yourself the real question. Are you leading them, or are you just standing in front? Because there's a difference. A real leader doesn't need to beg people to follow. He moves right, he stands firm, he handles his business, and the right people know. That's how you lead your wolf pack.